The antivirus market is completely flooded with providers, all with world-saving promises. It's almost impossible to detect the real ones from the shoddy ones. Okay, so where does Vipre Antivirus sit in all of this? Look, truth be told, I had never even heard of Vipre until I was scanning AV-Comparatives' website, looking for some of their higher testing softwares. Right near the top, with very impressive results, was Vipre Antivirus. So, I decided to subscribe to their Vipre Advanced Security subscription tier and kick the tires for several weeks to see whether or not this was the real deal. Well, I'm happy to report it is a solid entry in the marketplace. So I figured it might be good to give you guys a more in-depth Vipre Antivirus review. Alright, so buckle up for a roller coaster of pros, cons, and hacks about Vipre Antivirus. Oh, by the way, welcome to our channel. I'm Mike from Cybernews.com. Now, if you watch this breakdown/review and decide you want to try out Vipre for yourself, well then don't forget to use our discount code. That's right, Cybernews.com has an exclusive discount code for Vipre in the video description below. Alright, let's start with the most important question we should ask of any antivirus software. Is it safe? Well, I first checked it out after seeing its 97% detection rate on AV-Comparatives. It did produce some false positives, and it did seem to have a particular weakness at spotting phishing scams. But overall, it has a very high chance of detecting viruses. So it's safe to say this software is super safe. Well, try to say that 5 times fast. Now, one cool thing is the ability to really customize the size and depth of your device scans. You can choose quick or full scans right off the bat, or you could choose to select or deselect certain drives or applications. Now, I'll say that Vipre has a relatively high CPU usage during full scans compared to providers like McAfee. Though from my testing standpoint, it wasn't too bad. It was around 5% CPU usage, which is about the equivalent to watching a 1080p YouTube video. Anything Vipre detects as malware is immediately put into quarantine, a folder within the software that prevents it from harming your device. Vipre also includes some basic web filtering as well as a feature called edge protection, but this is only for Windows devices. Edge protection goes beyond web filtering to detect threats and cyber exploits through your browser. It's a nice extra layer protection for those of you looking for the best antivirus for PC specifically. Mac users? You're going to have to look elsewhere for bona fide web protection. But what else does Vipre offer? Well, there's an email protection feature that's especially good for those who use Outlook. Again, if you're in the Microsoft ecosystem, Vipre simply has more to offer. But some features feel a bit gimmicky, or maybe like the marketing department is just putting fancy makeup on standard features, which is the case with the included firewall. It does offer a lot of customization options if you know what you're doing, but it's a lesser performer than even the standard Windows firewall by comparison. So that's kind of a non-starter. There's also the Secure File Eraser, which is really just a title on top of a basic function, deleting unwanted files. Okay, well, at least is Vipre Antivirus easy to use? First off, installation and setup could not be any easier. Even the whole download Vipre Antivirus experience was fine. The app itself is functional, but looks a bit dated. It also isn't the most straightforward app in terms of usability. However, it does offer lots of configuration options for the seasoned antivirus user. For newbies, well, the introduction can even be a bit overwhelming. The Vipre Advanced Security Bundle includes support for macOS, and in my opinion, this interface looked quite a bit better and was slightly easier to use. But that's mainly because there were fewer options compared to the Windows version. But here's the real kicker, the mobile version. On Android, Vipre not only looked more modern and was easier to use, it also included additional features not found on the desktop version. Theft prevention, for example, will help you locate lost or stolen devices. There's also an app lock, which limits access to select apps, and there's an email breach checker. Surprisingly, Vipre's Android app is just a white label of Bitdefender's app, so I found it super quick and intuitive. And surprise, surprise for iPhone users, Vipre is only available through the higher price subscription plans, despite it offering more limited functionality. Weird how that works. All plans cover 5 devices and include a 30-day money-back guarantee. The middle tier that I tested, Advanced Security, currently starts at the very modest $24 for the very first year, then skyrockets to $75 in subsequent years. The first year is a steal, but afterwards it becomes one of the more costly providers on the market. Other plans are available as well, but for essential features and Mac support, Advanced Security is the way to go. All right, should you get it? Well, if you're a Windows user looking for reliable virus protection, strong baseline features, and an attractive first-year rate, then Vipre is an excellent antivirus option for you. For those of you with older devices or iPhones, this almost certainly is not the best antivirus option for you. Luckily, however, you can try Vipre Antivirus free for 30 days and see for yourself. Alright, so how does Vipre, the antivirus underdog of the marketplace, stack up against the rest of the competition? Well, I'll go over some trustworthy Vipre alternatives, but first, if you like this breakdown, we'd also appreciate a like and a subscribe. Okay, an industry leader like Norton, for example, has stronger virus protection and doesn't drain nearly as much as your CPU as Vipre. But you get what you pay for at $40 for the first year, and it only goes up from there. When it comes to value, Bitdefender offers great bang for your buck defense, feature-rich software, and is an excellent value at only $18 a year. And for Apple users, Avira offers great Mac-centric protection and an easy-to-use antivirus plan with amazing detection rates. Paid plans with additional features start at around $35 per year. Now look, you could easily give yourself paralysis by trying to choose between all these various providers, their features, and their pricing plans. But rest assured, no matter who you go with, know that Vipre is a strong, safe, middle-of-the-road choice, especially with that discounted first-year rate. And don't forget, you can also use the Vipre Antivirus discount code in the description below to save even more on your first year with a reputable antivirus. Any protection is better than none. So for all of you unprotected Windows users out there, go get yourself Vipre or something else pronto. It's a great solution with a lot of attractive and effective features at a very reasonable price. So do yourself, do your devices, and do your data a favor and spend a few bucks a month to keep your digital life safe and secure. All right, that's a wrap for now. So again, please like and subscribe so we can test and review more providers just for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.